315.8 billion won. That's the Arirang Tour, back on top of Billboard's Top Tours chart, again. If you're just joining us, the Arirang World Tour has already blown past normal tour coverage. Fans in market after market have dealt with long queues and scams, and cities are building BTS The City-style activations around the stadium stops. London just joined the rollout ahead of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, turning ticket demand into a whole urban fan economy around the European leg.
This is BTS Daily, and today, box office numbers, a Spanish love letter out of Madrid, and V hitting a milestone he probably doesn't even know about yet. Let's start with that chart. If Arirang World Tour ticket demand matters to you, hit follow. We'll be back on it soon.
MK with Ji Sung Hoon.
According to Billboard on the 29th local time, BTS's BTS World Tour Arirang ranked #1 on the top tours chart in May, following its top spot in April. Tour revenue in May rose 68% from the previous month, while attendance increased 54%, extending its dominant run.
Okay, so the tour demand pressure we've been watching all through the Arirang run, it just showed up on the scoreboard. Billboard's top tours chart, #1 in May, second month running. And now there's a number in one attached, 315.8 billion, cumulative.
315 billion won. Say it slow, Liz, because that number doesn't feel real.
It's real, and here's the part that lands for me. May alone brought in $127.8 million. That beats the Rolling Stones' single-month record from 2019. Highest monthly figure for any group since this chart has existed.
The Stones. 60 years in, and BTS just walked past them in 1 month. El Paso, Stanford, Vegas, Mexico City, 12 shows. Revenue up 68% over April.
And this is their 4th time topping top tours. Love Yourself in 2019, Permission to Dance in 2022, now April and May. At this point, it's a pattern with staying power. Here's S. Kim at Soompi.
Through our own monitoring system and the valuable reports submitted by fans, we are collecting evidence in real time of malicious posts about the artists posted on major online communities. In accordance with these efforts, one individual, who repeatedly posted entirely baseless and fabricated information across various online platforms to disparage our artists, had charges of both defamation via false information and criminal insult sustained.
Okay, this one's different from the sustainability report we broke down June 30. That report was HYBE saying, here's our policy. Here, Big Hit is posting to Weverse with actual case outcomes. One perpetrator had defamation and criminal insult charges sustained.
Right, and that's the distinction I want to be careful with. A policy framework tells you the intent. A deferred prosecution in a specific case means the process is actually moving, promise turning into action.
And they're applying it across the roster. BTS, TXT, New Jeans, ILIT, all of them. The zero tolerance line covers sexual harassment and malicious slander, not just garden variety trolling. That part matters to me.
I appreciate the fan report piece. When netizens and ARMY flag posts, those reports feed evidence collection in real time. The fandom is part of the monitoring, right alongside the legal work. Here's BTS Live.
According to U.S. music data company Luminate, BTS recorded a total of 3.8 billion streams for Arirang across global music streaming platforms during the album's first 8 weeks following its release. During the same period, the group's entire catalog surpassed 5.3 billion streams, driven by BTS's first full group comeback in 3 years and 8 months, along with the launch of its world tour.
So here's the number that grounds the whole week. Luminate has BTS's full catalog at 5.3 billion streams during Arirang's first 2 months. Back on June 30th, we were sitting with the 3.8 billion figure for the album across 8 weeks. Now we've got the full catalog picture too.
And it held past peak week. That's the part I care about. The Billboard Top Tours placement we just hit backs it up from the box office side.
I keep coming back to the spread. Latin America is 27% of total streams. Bigger than Northeast Asia at 17. Bigger than North America at 14. Way beyond a home market story. The audience is really spread out.
Latin American Army carrying more than a quarter of it? I mean, we've all seen those crowds. This just puts the receipt on it. And Swim, first song this year to clear 500 million on Spotify.
Every track on the album is over 100 million too. That's what makes me trust the number. The B-sides are moving, not just the title track running up the score. From Hwang Yu-mi at the Korea Herald,
V of BTS exceeded 700 million plays on Spotify with his solo single Winter Ahead with Park Hyo-shin. This is his second solo song to accomplish the feat on the platform after Love Me Again. Winter Ahead was released in November 2024 while he was enlisted. Despite the lack of promotional activities, the winter song entered Billboard's Hot 100 at number 99, becoming his fifth solo entry on the main singles chart.
V just crossed 700 million on Spotify with Winter Ahead, that Park Hyo-shin duet. And here's the part that gets me. It dropped November 2024 while he was enlisted. No promo, no nothing.
And it's his second solo to hit 700 million after Love Me Again. The jazzy one he couldn't tour for, and it still hit the Hot 100 at 99, UK at 86.
Same general shape as Jungkook's 7 numbers we chewed on. Songs built quietly, then just climbing on their own while these guys are in uniform. That's the hiatus effect doing its thing.
Careful though, Winter Ahead had a real release rollout. 86 iTunes regions on day 1. 7 was a different animal. Both huge, but let's not flatten them into the same story, Joey. Lee Yoon-jung writing in STARNEWS.
BTS, Jungkook, Jin, RM, Jimin, J-Hope, V, Suga successfully concluded the first leg of their Arirang World Tour in Europe with a grand performance at the Riyadh Air Metropolitan Stadium in Madrid, Spain, on the 26th and 27th local time. With more than 120,000 fans gathering over the 2 days, local Spanish media and global outlets such as Billboard rushed to report on the concert scene.
Okay, all week it's been numbers, numbers, numbers. And then Cadena Ser goes and calls it a ritual of light and decibels. Liz, that sounds like somebody was in the room and got wrecked by it.
And the line has a reason to be that big. Madrid was BTS's first ever Spain show. 13 years was the literal gap in their touring map, and they just closed it.
120,000 people across 2 nights, and hundreds outside the stadium singing along with the people inside, who they couldn't even see. I'm sorry, that image lives in my head rent-free now.
Cadena Ser put it perfectly. Madrid woke up as Spain and turned into Korea by nightfall. The purple sticks, the Korean flags on a Spanish street. That's the kind of international reception I trust, when local press clocks it that way themselves.
And put the box office we just hit next to this. The 315.8 billion won, the chart placement, and you can feel what all that scale means to someone who waited 13 years.
Got thoughts, story ideas, or corrections for us? Send them to BTS Daily Fakecast at lanternpodcast.com. We read your notes, and they help us keep BTS Daily accurate, useful, and ARMY smart. What we're watching next. BTS continues the Arirang tour in Brussels, with shows today and Thursday, before the run moves on to London, Munich, and Paris for 2 shows in each city. As always, we've put links to every story in the show notes, so you can go deeper on anything that caught your ear today. That's BTS Daily Podcast for today. This is a Lantern Podcast.